Kurdish, what are you saying, bro? You've been someone that's been on here before any other Liverpool fan talking about the problems at your football club. Was tonight almost sort of the epitome of the issues there right now?
There was two situations that summed up everything wrong with this club. Number one, an 18-year-old starting against Modric, Valverde, and Camavinga, and expecting him to play and run that midfield. And number two, bringing on James Milner when you're 5-2 down in 2023. That right there tells you everything you need to know about this club, Terry. Terry, I wore this t-shirt to the Merseyside derby on Monday. I was there. I was sat behind Jurgen Klopp. Within 10 minutes, the security guard and the steward came up to me and said, for your own safety, you need to either hide it and cover it, or we have to escort you out, because I was hurled abuse for 15 minutes. Every name under the sun, they were calling me. Communist Merseyside were quick to quickly come on my neck. And the fact of the matter is, the root cause of this problem will always remain with these owners. With these owners, Terry. And you know, I'm going to say this, Terry, because you guys have had it. I've seen you on the timeline, Man United fans, about the values of our club are socialist. We don't want Qatari owners. We don't want Middle Eastern owners. If the values of your club are so socialist, why are you defending venture capitalist owners? Venture capitalists, which everything socialism is against. Everything that socialism is against is venture capitalism. So why are you defending the Glazers? Why are you defending FSG, who are the biggest venture capitalists in society, if you want to protect the values of your club? You do not have issues about protecting the values of your club. Say what it is. It's xenophobia. And today, I don't care about the results, Terry. I don't care about the football. Today, it's about Redmen TV. It's about Spirit of Shankly. It's about David Lynch. It's about Anfield Rap. It's about all these big channels that will rather protect their commercial and financial interest than put the club first. Liverpool Football Club, I want to make this very clear, has been struggling to keep up with one state-owned club for the last 5 years, whilst having one of the best managers in the world and doing their absolute best. So FSG at their absolute best has struggled to keep up with one state-owned club. They're going to be going up against three, plus Chelsea, who are going to be spending like a state-owned club, right? That's what's going to be happening. And these fans want to come out and still play the moral high ground. Why are you defending owners that are venture capitalists if you're wanting to protect your socialist values? That's what we need to understand. Because your socialist values went down the bin the minute you accepted Fenway Sports. Because everything that socialism is against is venture capitalists. And that needs to be said right now. And it's the big channels that this has to be held on. They have to be held accountable, because a 7-year-old in January could tell you that this team needed big reinforcements in midfield. A 7-year-old could tell you that. And instead, they came out and said, oh, we don't need to worry. FSG have told us they're going to sell already. You were bamboozled. You were Mike Ashley'd. That's what happened. They played you like a yo-yo. And the fact of the matter is, instead of coming out and saying, do you know what, it's time for FSG to go, do you know what they did? They said, oh, but FSG will spend in the summer. Like we've not heard that FSG will spend every summer for the last 5 years. For the last 5 years, we've been told FSG are going to reinforce and invest big in the squad. For the last 5 years, what makes you believe that is going to happen this summer? Because they didn't sell all of a sudden. 2 months ago, you came on a space and told us, we don't need to worry about it. FSG are going to sell. So not what, Redmen TV. I'll tell you what will happen, Terry. They will release a video tomorrow and they will not say, oh, the problem is that Milner is playing in 2023. They won't say that the problem is that an 18-year-old is carrying the midfield. You know what they'll say? They'll say, oh, Liverpool need to get 4 goals at the Bernabeu. This will be the title of their space, by the way. Liverpool will need to get 4 goals at the Bernabeu. And the fact of the matter is, it seems impossible, but this is Liverpool. We've seen them do this before. Wake up. Wake up. This fan base deserves this. This fan base deserves suffering and humiliation, because communist Merseyside will continue to call people, oh, day trippers. You don't know, you're not a real fan because you don't go to Anfield. And do you know what the worst thing is, Terry? Sorry, I know people want to speak. The worst thing about this is they blame day trippers for oh, you take the tickets and you do this. FSG built them stands that you credit them so much for the day trippers that you're going against. These communist Merseysides, they're confused, because all they do and all they say is FSG built a new stand, so we should worship them. And in the same breath, they'll say the problem with this club is day trippers. That new stand was built for day trippers. That new stand was built for the thing that you're complaining against. So why do you continue to defend these venture capitalist owners on the basis of, but they understood our club, and they say, oh, but they saved us like nobody else would buy Liverpool. Can you believe this? They actually say, oh, if FSG didn't come, Liverpool would have been gone into administration and all these things. Like no other owners would have come and bought Liverpool Football Club if FSG didn't. How much longer, Terry? How much longer are these big channels going to continue putting their own interest and commercial interest above the needs of the club? Tell me, somebody, please, how much longer?
You know what, Curtis shared? That, again, I agree with everything you said. That was all cute, but you're still not giving the blame. You're still not sharing the blame with Klopp. You're still not sharing the blame with Klopp because, I'm sorry, back to the game, we're 2-0 up. He's so tactically inept. I'm not even saying to park the bus, but just drop back at least 10 yards. I don't know why we're still trying to go gung-ho against a team that has even more pedigree than us in this competition. And let's be honest, we were wasteful because even after 2-0, we could have went 3-4 up. We weren't that clinical. And one thing I want to say is, well, I've already said, once Salah signed that contract, there was no guarantee he's going to hit the levels we've seen last 3 or 4 years. I got slated, I got called everything under the sun. How can Nacho come on in a position he's not really that familiar with and pocket him? This is our talisman. This is the guy we gave the big bucks to. He needs to do more. I'm not just scapegoating him because Joe Gomez, he's another one. We had to have extended his contract to reserve his value. We had to, because if we genuinely thought he was the future of our club, I don't know what we were thinking, because he has been poor for a while now. He contributed to all 4 goals. Cool. The second goal was Alisson's fault, but he did still contribute. He didn't really have to drop the shoulder. He could have cleared it, but he played it back to Alisson. And I can't lie, Ram, I know that's your boy, but he has to do better there. And the thing is, karma comes back around, because I know we were all laughing at quarter 5 minutes before. Then straight away, that happens to Alisson. But I get you, Curtis, that we know FSG is the root cause, but Klopp is to blame as well. I don't know why Klopp gets away with murder. There's so many things he can do in game to put us in better stead, and he doesn't. We should not. I've only ever seen my team concede in the Premier Champions League 4 goals. I think that was Chelsea 4-1 in the Mourinho season. But 5, I've never seen this in my lifetime. This is embarrassing.
Question for Jurgen Klopp from here, from Abdullah. Do you think it's time for Jurgen Klopp to go?
No.
I've said this since December.
Until probably the end of the season for the overall verdict, but not for me.
What's the quote from The Dark Knight? Stay something, don't to.
So it's
you either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Exactly, that's what's going to happen to Klopp. Ram. He needs to go while he's still got some credit in the bank, because it could get embarrassing. I feel like he needs to walk. And I've said this.
Do you know what the problem is? The thing is, because FSG are staying, I can't see any other manager that can still survive with these owners. I can't. I really seriously cannot.
Rams, hold that point there, please. Just hold that point there. I'm gonna cook right now. Please, just hold that point there. I'm gonna let you lot finish. Finish.
No, you go now, brother.
Go ahead.
The stove is yours. That is ready.
They're loving this. All 3 of them, they're loving this.
Right now, I have to smile before you see madness in my face. I'm vexed. Now, I said in the group chat that we were going to lose. I didn't expect anything from this game. To lose like that. We have never held 5 in the Champions League, let alone Anfield. Yeah. And Real Madrid said, we all know Real Madrid's pedigree. We all know Liverpool's pedigree, but Real Madrid came to Anfield and said, sit down. Sit down, we are bigger than you. 5. Now, Kurdish, I respect everything that you said, and I'm fully behind everything that you said, because the root cause problem is FSG. I've said this from time. I've been saying, I had the inkling for, now some people might have the inklings before 2020. I started to speak about it since that year, but it's because before I wanted to give FSG a chance to actually do the right thing. Since then, it's gone downhill. Now, Klopp does have bits to blame. Yes, 2-0 up. Trent, Robertson should not be attacking like they're left and right wings. 100%. 100%. Drop back. Keep it. Let Real Madrid come onto us. Let them open up gaps. Cool. I cannot blame Klopp for Betetic losing the ball in midfield. Joe Gomez making a crap pass to Alisson and Alisson doing what he did. I can't blame Klopp for that. I can't blame Klopp for Joe Gomez stripping all over the place. I can't blame Klopp for that. I can't blame our attackers missing clinical. We need to be against Real Madrid. You have to be clinical. Yeah. I can't blame our attack doing missing opportunity. I can't blame Klopp on that. So yes, Klopp has something to blame, but my word, the players, my goodness gracious me, the way we just bent over from Real Madrid, especially the second half. The third goal, Militao was free. Seriously, Militao was free. Nobody ran over him.
Everyone were like Bambi, like a deer in headlights. They all froze.
I'm sorry, I can't say that Klopp will tell you in training.
Question then, guys. Question. I get you don't want to blame Klopp, but tonight wasn't the first night this season it's happened. You've played like this, I would say, in 85% of your games this season. Majority of these players were part of a team that nearly won a quad and were brilliant last year. So how can this not be partly or a big chunk of it on the manager? Because when you're nearly winning everything, Klopp is the glue, the king, the tactician, the leader. When it falls apart, he suddenly can't be
Hold on.
relinquish responsibility, right?
You're misquoting me on what I said, because I actually did say Klopp has a lot to blame. I'm just saying that for certain parts in the game, I can't say that Klopp is telling these players to do that. I can't tell you that Alisson mistake, that free kick that Modric had. Like there's certain parts in the game where I said these are on the players. These are on the players. So what? My question, and this especially to Ron, I know you said you want Klopp out right now. Under these owners, who do you think is going to do a better job?